everyone. It's so great to see you. Good afternoon. I am Pinky Mante, a past president and currently a board of trustee of PMAP Cebu. I am the deputy head for Cebu and Davao of Aon Insurance and Reinsurance Brokers Philippines Incorporated, and I will be your moderator and host for this afternoon for the People Watch segment. I am so excited to be part of this awesome episode of PM on Cam, especially for this May 2022 edition, this being my first and hopefully not my last. But today we would have something really special for you. You know what? External migration or moving outside of the Philippines has become a common demographic response of our Filipino talents to various socioeconomic challenges. In the light of socioeconomic crisis that has confronted the country in many, many years, the Philippines has become and continuously has been the major source of international migrants and become one of the largest, sending our own talent to countries of labor to other countries around the world. Most of our Filipino workers leave this country to earn a sustainable income abroad, a condition which is primarily inadequate in the Philippines. But while working overseas, some decide to come back, some decide to settle there for good, but a good number also opt to return and build their own business or be with their loved ones. So this afternoon, we have a very special guest who will share with us her reasons for coming home despite her success of working overseas. Our speaker worked in 2 international NGOs and 1 international school in Cambodia for 19 years. She served subsistence farmers, trafficked girls, and missionary families. She and her family, including their dog, re-entered the Philippines in 2018. Currently, she is an inspiring manager of an insurance company. She gives livelihood opportunities to those who are committed and qualified to be part of her team. A God-fearing woman, wife, mother, homemaker, gardener, plantita, wellness advocate, financial advisor, mentor, and volunteer, she feels so blessed to serve the people around her. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Miss Allyn Piansay-Japitana. Good afternoon, Miss Allyn. Welcome to the
Good
show.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
How are you?
Yes, I'm good.
You know
If
what?
I may greet everyone in the Cambodian language.
Please go
Som
ahead.
Chumripsu.
Oh my goodness, I cannot even repeat that. Maayong hapon when it comes to Bisaya.
Yes,
Magandang
maayong hapon sa inyo tanan.
Sa inyong tanan, okay. You know what, your journey is really, really impressive. Imagine 19 years. Can you tell us a bit about your family, how you got to work in Cambodia, and how was it like working for 19 years?
Well, I went there as a single person. I was I was already 32, and I met my husband there. Although we are both Ilonggos, I met him there for the first time and we got married there. And also my family became bigger because we adopted yung biological niece ko, and she went there with us later on, nung almost 3 years old siya. And then, but before that, we had our fur baby, which is our dog. So I went there in 1999. Back then, the roads that were paved are only the main streets, 4 main streets. And it's so amazing to see how the country has improved for 19 years. Back then, the girls who went to school were like maybe just, I'm not sure of my figures, maybe 8 to 30%. So quite a change from today. And of course, we see that there are a lot of buildings now, and the country has changed a lot in the past 19 years. It's become like a home to me.
Or more or less, is the weather there the same? Are the people, the culture, is more or less the same, not being an Asian country?
Yes, the weather is probably hotter. Just as hot as what we have here. It's tropical, and the people are very hospitable. They like Filipinos, and they're very
Filipinos being around. Are there other nationalities also that are
definitely. In fact, I worked with in international organization and then in a school, and there were like 18 nationalities represented in our church. There were like 32 countries represented. So
wow.
we brush shoulders with people from different accents and cultures.
Yeah. So what prompted you to re-enter the Philippines, and how did you process this decision with your husband and your daughter, plus your fur baby?
I think it was a little bit easy for us because we felt in our heart that it was time to go. Our parents were and are still, so they're aging, and actually my father-in-law died last year. So
Oh,
it was good that we were able to spend time with him before he left us. And I was thinking, we have served Cambodians for a long time, and it was already time for us to serve our family and to spend time with our family.
oh. It is in our culture to really take care of our parents, our grandparents, or even extended families who have taken care of us when we were also young. Aunties, lolas, and that's a common trait that Filipinos are really, really proud of. What lessons have you gained while working as an OFW? Probably you can give practical tips that you can share with our viewers.
It's for me, I really wanted to get to know the people while working there because I was serving them. So they were at the forefront, and I needed also to know my culture, who I am, so that I could better relate to them. And so, because relationship was very important to them, so that was really key. It was good that they are also like us in when it comes to relationships. And while there, I think in hindsight, and these are practical tips for fellow Filipinos or OFWs who probably are thinking of coming back home. I think it's good to save enough to purchase your insurance while you still have a lot of income to prepare for like your MP2s, SSS, and other things, so that when you come home, all these things are you only have like maybe a few years to pay for them, or you have already paid them up. And if of course, self-care is very important for you to last long. So it can come as maybe personally for me, it's spending time with God, spending time with family, and taking care of like massages or going on a holiday, just neighboring Vietnam or Laos or
Wow.
Thailand. Yeah, it's one of the things that we really did as a family. And one thing, if you have people you can trust, maybe it's good to start a business while you're still there. That is if you have people who you can really trust, so that when you come back home, you have something to continue. Because it was so hard for us to start like almost from scratch.
Hmm. It's kind of like a passive income when you come home and you still continue to earn, right?
Yes,
Um,
yes.
so
Yeah.
relationship, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, and while there, of course, with the help of technology, we can have Zoom meetings with family or Messenger or whatever. And yeah, it's really important to do that.
All right.
Family.
So family, relationship. There you go. That was so wonderful. And thank you so much, Allyn. And we are so grateful for having you in the show. You give inspiration to all those around you. And so with that, we would like to thank you and thank everyone for chiming in to PMAP's PM on Cam. See you on the next episode.